What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again, and the Chicago Bulls have won another game. They have defeated the Indiana Pacers, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It was pretty much an easygoing game throughout the whole game. We was pretty much dominating on all ends. We had a almost perfect first half, but that third quarter came, and the Indiana they went on a huge run, and it kind of tested our team for a minute. And so, that was kind of interesting to see. But the Bulls did get themselves back together, started reeling them back in, and pulled off with the win that I'm going to talk about. And so, before I do, I want you guys to subscribe to my page as I keep you guys updated with the Bulls content, rumors, news, and gossip. And yeah, I'm going to talk about what I got from the game. And so the Bulls won 124-109, and they scored a season high in assists, 34. That's a team high that they pass. And usually if they get over 30, 32 assists, they usually win every game they play. And so hopefully the Bulls can continue to play that way. And they also had a season high for bench points. The bench dropped 43 points. And that is pretty dope. The bench has been doing their thing. And so, yeah, I'm going to talk about each player starting with the bench. And for the first player I'm going to talk about coming off the bench, I want to talk about my guy, Kobe White. He had 6 points this game. He was pretty quiet this game, to be honest. He did hit a couple three-pointers early on, which was cool, and had 3 rebounds. But I didn't really see too much of a impact as his points were being staggered. But we need Kobe White to be a little more consistent, shooting that 3, as he missed a lot more than he hit. But yeah, hopefully Kobe White can continue to pick it up and play a better all-around game. And so I want to talk about my man Goran Dragic, man. Goran Dragic comes in and he literally changes the pace of the game. I feel like the starters, they're playing a more balanced attack. But when Goran Dragic is in the game, it's strictly fast-paced running. And, he pushes it and he plays pretty smart. He finished with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. And he shot 3 from the field. So he shot 100% from the field. Goran Dragic just played an excellent game, and he's having a good season so far. And I feel like one thing that was underrated with his game today was his defense. He played fantastic defense. And I feel like playing with Caruso is kind of rubbing off on him. He's playing smart. He's playing with energy. And you combine him with Caruso and Javonte Green, that is just 3 players right there that just always brings the intensity, as you could tell by the alley-oop he threw Javonte. Shout out to Goran Dragic, as he's playing his butt off, and he's giving that second unit a really good push. And I also love his chemistry that he's bringing to this team with Andre Drummond. It seems like he always knows how to find Andre Drummond in the right spots. He knows how to feed him in the right positions. And he also threw Andre Drummond a really nice alley-oop pass. So, Dragic just been diming it up, as you can tell, with the 5 assists. And speaking of Andre Drummond, 8 points and 13 rebounds. I mean, he claims it all the time. He's one of the best rebounders of this generation, and he proves it. Coming off the bench, if you can get 13 rebounds, it's just amazing to see. He does that constantly, and it's so easy. He's so big down there that it usually takes 2 players on the other team to stop Drummond from getting a rebound. And last year we didn't have that at all. Last year our backup centers were too small. We had to struggle and fight and scrap for rebounds. And the fact that we have the luxury of having that type of guy to come off the bench and get that many rebounds, it was fantastic to see. He shot 4 from 8 for the field and played some pretty good defense. And yeah, Andre Drummond, he's starting to get it. We really didn't get that much of the Andre Drummond experience this game as we did in previous games, as he was reluctant to shoot the 3 and do things like that. But yeah, shout out to Andre Drummond on a very good game. Javonte Green, man, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. He does what Javonte Green does. Energy. And the fact that he hustles and he does that on defense, it was plenty of times where he had little steals and deflections. He even had a nice steal where he drove full court down for the nice dunk. So shout out to Javonte Green, man. He knows how to leave his mark. He knows who he is. And the fact that we have the luxury of guys like him and Caruso and Dragic now to come off the bench just to bring that energy is a luxury to have again. So shout out to Javonte Green. Alex Caruso came in, also does the same things, man. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. You know, he does what he does. He was a plus 18 and a plus minus. And, you know, Alex Caruso, he goes beyond the stat sheet. He does what he does. And he played a really good game. You know, he shot 2 from 3 from the 3. You know, 3 for 4 from the field altogether. And he just plays that defense, you know, whether it's a guard or it's a forward. You know, Caruso does his thing and he plays really well. So shout out to Alex Caruso. Now heading to the starters, I want to start with Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams finished with 10 points, 2 assists. He shot 2 for 2 from the 3, 4 for 5 from the field. I feel like Patrick Williams had a really good game today. You know, I feel like he was aggressive. I feel like he took the challenge on defensively. And I feel like, you know, he was just more confident. You know, Stacey King said on the broadcast that his brother challenged him before the game. He says just go out there, just be aggressive, you know, push yourself. And I feel like that's what he did. I actually feel like he played well enough to get more minutes in the second half, which Billy Donovan didn't give him. But I feel like he played well enough. You know, I feel like he played better. He could have played those minutes Derrick Jones Jr. came in for. But shout out to Patrick Williams. Hopefully he could build on this. You know, it's nothing eye-popping, but just the fact that he was aggressive and he was looking for a shot. You know, that's leaps and bounds makes the team a better team. As you can tell, the Bulls got out to a really good start this game. Ayo Dosunmu finished with 12 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. He shot 4 for 9 from the field. And yeah, Ayo, man, he's like a silent killer, silent predator, man. He just picks and chooses when to attack. He picks and chooses when to drive in for them layups. You know, it's a couple times he even tried to dunk on people. He got stuffed a few times, but, you know, Ayo has been doing his thing, man. He's been really great as that starting point guard. You know, his defense has been pretty good. You know, it's been awesome just to see him play. You know, Nikola Vucevic, he had a pretty good game, and he played and had 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and he shot 5 for 10 from the field. So he shot 50%, you know, and he's just been playing good. You know, he's going to get some long defenders. He definitely outplayed the center on the other team, and he's been doing that almost in all of our matchups. So, you know, Vucevic is out on a mission, and it's just excellent to see Vuce playing this game. DeMar DeRozan, he had a pretty quiet game. You know, the first half, I don't even think he scored 2 points at the most. But you could tell he was more focused on getting his team involved. He finished with a nice quiet 17 points, 6 rebounds. And, yeah, that was his focus. You know, it's cool to see DeRozan defer to another player sometimes and the Bulls get the win. You know, we all know what DeRozan can do. But the Bulls can be a way better team when everybody can contribute. Everybody can score and bring an impact. So DeRozan, you know, shout out to him. He got called for some fouls that kind of frustrated him. But yeah, it was a pretty cool, quiet game for DeMar DeRozan. Zach LaVine, he finished with his highest scoring output. You know, he finished with 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. You know, he shot 6 of 8 from the 3. That's the eye-popping stat that came out to me, 6 of 8. So that means his jumper has been on. His jumper has been looking pretty good. You know, he's still working his way in as far as driving to the hole and finishing over people, as he did get kind of stuffed a few times. But that jumper has been on point. That three-pointer has been on point. And if he could keep shooting like that, that just spreads the floor and advance our offense. And they can't trap and double on DeMar, and the Bulls don't know what to do. And I feel like all of these factors are making the Bulls a better team, and it's just about us staying healthy and us continuing, you know, the way we play. So shout out to the Chicago Bulls. Our next game will be in a couple days against the Spurs. It's a back-to-back. And yeah, I expect Zach LaVine to actually miss that game so he could rest for the following game the next day against Philly. But hopefully the Bulls can still pull that off. And yeah, definitely like this video and comment down below. Let me know how you guys feel about the game. And I'm going to holler at you guys later. I'm out.